Helen Keller once said, "To be blind is bad, but to have eyes and not see is worse." I'm going to talk to you today about a girl named Carmen. She's 18 and she has Down syndrome and may also have autism. She deals with her disabilities in her own kind of a way. She's not able to speak on a daily basis. My name is Kaitlyn Huckeba. This is my 4th semester here at Northwest Community College, and I'm majoring in pre-radiology. She's actually the aunt of my best friend Denise, and I met her probably about 5 years ago, maybe more. I don't know if any of y'all know, but Down syndrome is when you have an extra chromosome. You have 47 instead of 46, and you also have developmental issues, like you're mentally and physically. There's different levels of Down syndrome. You can be a high active, which is like the ones that can work. You can be moderate active, which they may be able to work. It just kind of depends on what level, like in moderate active they are, moderate active they are. And then there's low level, which Carmen is. Carmen is on the low level. She actually cannot speak words, but for the most part, she knows what we're saying to her. She does know some sign language. Denise actually has a cousin named Madison, and she goes, "Madison." What is yours, Denise? Yeah. So, I don't know, I think it's really cool. But, like, you can tell her, like, it's time for supper, and she'll go sit at her table, and, you know, like, you can tell her no, and she understands. So, for the most part, she understands what we say to her, but she has no way of communicating back to us. So that can be kind of frustrating. You can only imagine what that's like, is to, like, not be able to communicate back. She opened my eyes a lot probably these past 2 months. I don't know how to explain, like, it's really hard to explain to, like, just to be around her on a frequent basis and to see how she deals with her disability on a daily basis. It's not that she can tell you, like, if she hurts herself, she can't tell you what's wrong. She can't talk to you. She can't tell you that she just slammed her hand in the door. She can't tell you that. So, to watch her basically be frustrated to tell us what's wrong or what she needs, it really opened my eyes to see people in a different light and see that not everybody's the same. Not everybody can do normal things. Yesterday was her first time to ever, she was sitting in her chair and she ripped her pants out of the blue. She got up and went and changed her pants. And Mama was so excited. Mama was jumping up and down because that's the first time she'd ever gotten up and changed her own pants by herself without anybody telling her to go do it or without anybody helping her. So that was a big milestone. You know, Mama was like, well, I wonder if she can do it again. Carmen also, like, the autism thing, the doctors won't, why I said she may have autism is because doctors won't diagnose someone with Down syndrome with autism simply because autism symptoms overlap with those of Down syndrome. So you can't just say that she has autism. But because she can't speak, it's also a symptom of Down syndrome and autism because she can't speak. And then she also has this nervous tick of rocking back and forth in her chair constantly or making a humming noise with her voice, which is a sign of autism and the OCD of Down syndrome. She's really just changed my view on how I see people on an everyday basis. Like, you know, it's really hard to explain on how she's impacted the way that I see people. Like, I don't see her as an ordinary, or I don't see her as a young adult with a disorder. I see her as a unique individual, and now I'm starting to see everybody else that way. In conclusion, I hope that y'all can take the fact that she's taught me that not everybody's the same, and y'all apply that to y'all's lives, and maybe change for the better. Thank you.
I feel like I rambled